Hi viewers, welcome to another edition of Marriage Clinic Live. How are you today? I mean your host Marlai Anofutu. Thank you so much for joining me today on this edition of Marriage Clinic Live. I would like to say thank you to all our viewers, all our followers. Thank you to everyone always following us, watching our programs, following us even on our group pages. Thank you so much. And for those who have already subscribed to our YouTube channel, I'd like to say thank you. For those who are yet to subscribe, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, because we promise to bring you interesting and educative, insightful discussions and topic. So today I'm going to quickly talk about something that happened I think during the week, and I posted about it. It's about the woman who said her husband slept with her younger sister when she traveled home, to take care of herself. And she said somehow the husband sexually, she put it as sexually abused the sister, and this episode happened for 2 years before she even prompted the sister to speak up. So I said she prompted her sister to talk to her about it, because according to the sister, this younger sister did not come to her to report the incidents to her directly. It was when she saw her chat with maybe one of her boyfriend, and according to her, she said she was chatting dirty with a guy, and when she was going through her phone, all her chat, she discovered that this girl is highly exposed sexually. And that was when she started to question her that how come you know this much about sex? I never knew you spoiled to this extent. What is going on? Who taught you all of this? Before the girl now said, oh, it is uncle, that's your husband, that is virgin me and all of that. Now that is our own version of the story, or their own side of the story. So I've been privileged to speak to the husband, and we spoke at length. I spoke to him at 2 different times during the week, and yesterday as well, and we spoke at length. And I remember also discussing this issue with my husband during the week. We were just rubbing minds together as to what could have led to a husband looking at the younger sister and wanting to be sexually involved with her, to the point of being sexually involved with her. And I remember having that discussion with my husband even before I spoke to the man to find out his own side of the story. And my husband said, for that to happen, then check this young girl very well. She herself may be someone who is sexually exposed. Check her mode of dressing, check even our mannerism in the house, our disposition, that if we check it very well, that the girl may be sexually exposed, that she herself may even have wanted such a relationship with the sister's husband. We spoke at length about it before I was now privileged to hear the man's version of the story. And this man said that actually a lot has been happening at home, and that I asked, how did it happen? What happened? What led you? What came to your mind? What led to all of this? So he said that actually before that incident, a lot has been happening. He talked about how the wife doesn't cook for him, that it is this girl, this younger sister, that cooks his food. It is this younger sister that serves his meal, that the wife that he married doesn't do that it is the younger sister that will cook the food husband will eat. It is the younger sister, after cooking the food, it is still the same younger sister that will serve him his food. So that aside, and when it comes to the area of sex as well, he discussed how he said, to be honest, that he has been suffering in that area. I said how? He said because she's always not interested in sex, this and that. So even that is not a good reason why he should sleep with the younger sister. So what now happened? So he said that day the wife had traveled So he said what happened was that the wife had traveled to their hometown in the village, and that so one of the days he got back from work, and he said normally when he comes back from work he charges his phone in the sitting room. He plugs his phone in the sitting room to charge, then he will go inside his room. So he said he left the phone charging, he went into the room, and that the younger sister have her own room in their house. He said it's a big house, that they own the house, that he built the house. And according to him, he said towards midnight he came out from his own room to the sitting room to check the phone he was charging, only to discover that the younger sister did not go inside her room to sleep, but the younger sister was lying down on the couch in the sitting room where he plugged his phone, and she had her legs widely open, you know, that she was half naked, half dressed, and she had her legs widely open, and she did as if she was sleeping on the couch. And that when she looked at her, that she saw that she was wearing pants with hole, then she didn't know what came, he didn't know what came over him. Then he went to meet her, and started to fondle her finger or something like that, and one thing led to the other. Now that was how it happened. But when the woman explained her own part of the story, she said it as if, oh, this man has always been like that. And the man even mentioned how after this incident she has been cursing, fighting him, saying he's a dog, he's a this, he's a that, and that he admitted, and he has refused to eat her or reply back to those abuses or curses because he knows he's guilty. That he has been pleading, he has been begging for over a month or two that these incidents have come to light, and that he has been apologizing. And he said that she even requested that he should go have HIV test, which he went to do, and the HIV test came out negative. And that he has done everything to appease her, but she's not listening. He even said, oh, that after the incidents and all of that, that he's been crying to God for mercy, and he will carry his Bible to read and to pray, that the wife will come, hit the Bible on his head and say, oh, so you still have mouth to pray to God, you still have mouth to call God, you that you should burn into ashes. So I'm like, no, this is no, something is just wrong somewhere. It's either the woman does not even understand what it means to to have a husband. Like quite a number of people will be asking, oh God, give me a husband, give me a husband. But when God gives you this husband, do you even know how to handle a man? Do you know how to handle a husband? Because some men too, God, give me wife, give me wife. Do you really know how to handle a wife or to handle a husband? Because I had some question. I said, who provides for the home? He said he provides for the home. He has his own business, he has his own office, he provides for the home. So you mean you provide for the home? He said he built the house that they are living in, he pays the children's school fee, he does everything. And a man that is doing that, you as a wife, you are too big to cook for such a man, to the point that you delegated the role of cooking the man's food to your younger sister. So obviously you are the one that suggested to the man that he has a junior wife in your younger sister to take on, because you asking your sister to cook for him to the point of even serving him, dishing his food, and that man will be seeing that younger sister coming to him every time, giving him food, caring for him, serving his food, and you think those thoughts will not be flowing through his mind. And this younger sister is the type that even though she's 15, bodily wise she's big, she looks 20, and you think something will not be telling the man that and even apart from that, when the man was away, for the sister to go and sleep on the couch at midnight with her laps widely open, and wearing panties with hole, it shows that she herself has been secretly desiring that sexual relationship or that sexual intimacy with her sister's husband. That is the honest truth, because I see quite a number of women, in that comment section, attacking the man, abusing the man. Some even say, oh, let the Lord take his call and all of that. And I'm like, it doesn't work like that. Because the day the woman explained all these things to me, I asked her some simple questions. I said, you said you were traveling and you left your sister in the house. I said, why didn't you go with your sister? If I go with my sister, who will cook for him? Who will cook for him? Who will... Hey, so can you see that? You are the one that set a trap for your husband, because I kept saying it. Some people are like, I don't care. I will always say the truth, because it is the truth that sets free. You are not supposed to live another opposite sex that is an adult alone with your spouse at home. Whether nanny, whether house girl, whether younger sister, so long you are embarking on a journey and you will be away for days, for weeks, you should know that is either you go with that person or you ask them to go and stay with another relative, so that you don't set trap for your spouse. And such a thing happened. Your sister did not mention it to you. He didn't tell you anything. He took you to collect her phone and saw her dirty sexual talks and sexual chat with boys out there. And you started questioning her, interrogating her before you even discovered. Otherwise, if you had not checked her phone, you wouldn't have known. That means that girl too. Hey, some people say, oh, she's 15 years old, she's underage. I shake my head. She's not underage anything. Some girls of these days, secondary school girls with mobile phones in their hands, I tell you, they can take married people to school in sexual matters. I guess she's one of those. So we can say that when things happen in marriage, that is why I always say that when things happen, you need to step back and also ask yourself, how have I contributed to this incidents that has happened? Because the woman cannot exonerate herself. She is equally as guilty as the man. She is equally at fault as the man. Okay, so let's now say this has happened. What should you do? This is a man that built the house you are living in. This is a man that is doing his responsibility. This is a man that he said, man, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't womanize. I can swear that since I married this woman, man, that I've never cheated on her. Even the woman said it in her post that he has never caught him cheating. But that day, it was the sight of the sister's panties we told that he saw that made him just go towards her, that he didn't know what came over him. Now, you have such a husband, and let's assume he has fallen because you set a trap for him to fall. So let's assume he has fallen. What should you do? If you have such a man, because I tell you, that man is not a bad man. Hey, as bad as what he has done is, that man still has, he's still a good man. He has some element of good nature in him. He's a responsible guy. He said he has built his own house. He takes care of his family. Even she said, yes, he is the one that does everything. And I asked her, I said, so why are you sexually depriving your husband? She said, well, she doesn't know so much about sex, blah, blah, blah. And the husband said that she has never, in their almost 11 years of marriage, come to him for sex. Now he's the one always going to her. I said, hey, I said, things are happening. And these ladies will come and complain about their husbands. But they will not say what they are doing that is pushing the man outside. Because when I see those complaints, when I read in between the lines, I can see a lot of unspoken truth, in those posts. And that is why when I get those posts, I ask questions upon questions. Those people that cannot provide me answers to my question, I already know that they are guilty. That's why they can't provide answers. So when you're complaining, men are this, men are that, men are this, men are that, are you playing your own role as a wife very well? And if you don't know some things, there is room to learn. And now that the man has fallen, what should you do? Should you throw him under the bus? No. Assuming he's an irresponsible guy, assuming he has been a dog from the one that you married him, then you can say, oh, you know what, this has broken the camel's back, let's throw him away. But that is not the case. So you are the one to take your sister away far from him and shield your husband, protect him. Don't let such a thing happen again in your home. And all this cursing, making him look like he's the worst sinner on earth, I don't think you need it. I think leave him to God. I think you should leave him to God. And he's trying to settle his account with God. So leave him to God. Let him settle his account with God. I can tell you that he will have a second chance with God, even if you don't give him a second chance. And I told the lady, the woman herself the other day, I said, see, if you don't find a place in your heart to heal, to forgive this man, and go and build your own home with wisdom, and ensure that this incident does not reoccur again. I tell you, if you decide to leave this man, I said, as you are leaving, there are 1,001 single mothers out there that are praying for this kind of a man. They will quickly move in with him. They will quickly move in with him. And you see that sex you are depriving him of, they will give it to him very well. There are young ladies out there in their 30s looking for husband. I said, if you leave, hey, I said, my dear, you will be the one to lose. In this matter, I have looked at it critically. You will be the one to lose. So all those people telling you, leave him, let him go, go and report him to law enforcement. Sister, you will be the one to suffer. You will be the one to suffer. Even God would have shown the man mercy before considering you. Yeah, because he admitted his fault and he's already crying to God for mercy, but you are still standing there, like taking the place of God, and even telling him that you can still pray, you can still open your mouth, carry that. Even that woman in the Bible that was caught in the very act, what did Jesus say? Jesus said, if any of you that don't have sin, be the first to cast stone. So you yourself that did not cut a man on top of you, that you are not cooking for your husband, you are not satisfying him sexually, you are as guilty and an equal sinner as that man that has gone to sleep with your sister. Before God, there is no small sin or big sin. Sin is sin. So you yourself, before God, you are found wanting the same way he is found wanting. So both of you should go and settle your account with God. And I've told her she may need to take courses, take trainings on what marriage entails and how to keep a man, how to make a man happy, how to keep her home and how to keep her married. So I'd like to stop here now. A lot is happening these days. Please, let's be wise. Don't leave grown-up people alone in the house, especially opposite with your spouse at home when you know you are going on a journey. Send them back to where they came from, or let them go and stay with other family members. Keep your home, protect your home. Be the watchman or the watchwoman over your home. Don't expose your home to Satan or to strangers to come and take over or invade it. A wise woman will not throw her husband into the arms, of strange women. So please, let's be wise. Let's do what is right. Let's play our own role well. Asking younger sister, asking nanny to be the one to serve your husband's food, to me is an insult. Even when I had nannies in Nigeria, when they finish cooking my husband's food, I go into the kitchen, I dish it myself, and I serve my husband myself. I don't let the nanny serve my husband. I go and do it myself. So a lot of things are just wrong. They are not just right. So please, let's try to settle our accounts with God, and let's try to do things right. When you do things right, you will see that life itself is not hard. This married thing is not as hard as many are making it look, and not all men are bad, some are good. It's just that situations, circumstances, traps like this is what is making these men appear like they are bad, and economic situation is making some of them look like they are irresponsible, but no, they are not entirely bad. So please, the one you have, keep him. The one God has given you, even as a wife, to keep her, make her happy, make him happy. I would like to stop here. God will help each and every one of us. Thank you so much for joining us today. I remain your host, Nola Ihan. Over till we meet again. I say
Marriage Clinic TV.